Charles Logan, aka Wolverine, played one last time by Hugh Jackman, living in the year 2029. All the mutants have wiped out. They're gone. Goodbye. So this is the future, and he's now a damaged old man. He's
really ill.
Physically and mentally. He is drained of everything. He's lost everybody.
He can't heal.
I don't know what happened in between. I didn't follow the X-Men movies very well, or the comics, but I would imagine that a lot went down in between X-Men Apocalypse and Logan.
When he gets shot, his body doesn't heal no longer.
No, he needs this, like, serum.
But he used it way too much.
Serum thing, whatever, that basically regenerates wounds for him. He's no longer immortal. He's no longer able to heal on his own. He's not able to do that anymore. Instead, he needs this serum, like, green liquid thing.
I wish he still had that, though.
That is used to heal his wounds. And it's strange when you know it. It's like you know that something's going to go down because the way that he talks, the way that he acts, he's much more darker. He basically lives in a shack with this guy named Caliban who lives in the dark. And Charles Xavier, Professor Xavier, once again played by Patrick Stewart, he's living there. He's now blind. He has seizures that can trigger, I don't know what you call it, like vibrational disturbances. And
earthquake, probably.
But it's more. It doesn't just affect the mutants.
It affects everybody.
It affects everybody and everything. So if
at one point he did control it though.
What do you mean?
Remember the horses thing? He's closed his eyes.
Well, he has to take medicine for that.
Yeah.
He doesn't. And Hugh Jackman keep telling him, take these medications. It's like Logan is being asked by this ex-nurse from Mexico City to watch over her daughter named Laura, or else some guy with a mechanical arm will come and take her and put her somewhere. But then the nurse dies, and now Logan has to basically take care of her. And then he later finds out. You knew this. This isn't really a spoiler because you knew this was coming.
That's his daughter.
Yes.
Kind of cool, though.
Laura is Logan's daughter.
I actually did not know that until now, but cool. She was badass.
I didn't know that.
She was so good.
Yeah, she was.
Really
she
good.
doesn't even say anything about 2 hours
but
in.
She was badass.
But she was good. She at least she wasn't wasted like the Blob was in X-Men Origins Wolverine. All the Blob was
big fat guy to hit the head like he just.
Well, on top of that, he was only in one scene. He didn't amount to anything, and also Deadpool.
That was stupid.
Deadpool.
Anyway, it was stupid. That trust me.
Yeah.
Before we continue this topic, Wolverine topic.
My experience with X-Men has been kind of limited, although I still think they're cool. I mean, Marvel's awesome. I've seen X-Men Origins Wolverine. This. I have seen X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past.
Future Past was not bad.
It was okay. And I've seen, what's that other one? There was one where they go back in time.
That's what it was.
Yeah. X-Men Apocalypse.
I think that was the last one before they put this one in.
Yeah, X-Men Apocalypse. That
was not bad. It was okay.
I liked Apocalypse a little bit better than Days of Future Past, and then there was The Wolverine, which to me had a terrible story. Yes, X-Men Origins Wolverine was flawed, and it messed up some of the characters from the comics, but at the very least,
it was decent. That's how he got his powers, by the way.
It was functional. It at least established how he got his powers. The Wolverine just had him defending a girl from Japan against these samurais, and it's like, what does Wolverine have to do with samurai? It's like, no, they don't tie in well at all. Logan, by the way, I just find that title so blunt. It's like, what, you're ripping off Rocky now? I mean,
dude, that's his last movie. He has to name something.
Yeah, but
I think it'd be kind of cool. I know a good title for this. Probably Logan. Hold on. good one.
Wolverine's End or something?
No. No, Logan's final chapter.
Look, it doesn't matter what this movie's called.
But it looks pretty cool.
All you need to know at this point was that out of all 3 Wolverine movies, this one
tops all of the good ones.
Well, I wouldn't call it
badass. They're brutal, bloody, and gory.
I wouldn't call it perfect. I would call it more like improved.
It's bloody and gory. What do you think? Is all this awesome boss
fighting? And by the way, we should mention that this movie is not for kids, so don't even bother taking your kids to this.
It's badass, trust me.
It's rated R, and it's the only X-Men movie to do so far. I don't know if that's the road that they're gonna go now. Now that they've made Batman more darker with Batman the Killing Joke and Justice League Dark, I don't know if comic book movies are gonna do that now, but whatever. But yeah, this is not for kids. So I actually remember in the theater we actually saw kids like 9 years old watching this movie, and I'm like, okay,
Logan?
Yeah, Logan. Oh. Like the well in front of us, the kid there was like 9, and I'm like, I haven't seen something like this since the Dark Knight.
Why would anybody take us? No, seriously. Why would any parents would take their daughters to see Logan even though it's rated R? Well, with their parents, you can probably take them, but it's, well, I don't know.
Whatever.
They can take them if they want to. If they want to get like hyped up and like, oh, it looks badass, and then we do brutal shit like to somebody else with my real, if I have fake shit that stab people in the face, like, whatever. You can do what you want, man. I don't care.
Yeah, but
I'd like to let you know that Deadpool 2 is coming soon, probably next year, 2018. There was a teaser trailer for Deadpool 2. That should be, I think it's teaser trailer. It was auctioned in the theaters that we saw, but it should be, the real trailer should be coming out soon. I think that was a real trailer, I think. But it should be coming out soon, but it's not officially done yet. The movie should be released soon, about next year or so. Hope you guys are definitely going to wait for that. We're going to go see the movie, Deadpool 2. We're also going to do the review too as well. Wait for that. So let's continue this topic.
Actually, when you walk into the theater, you'll see a teaser for Deadpool 2. And something you'll notice is that
was cool.
It was funny. But basically, it plays this. I'm not going to tell you what happens. If you want, go Google it. But basically, it kind of shows a thing where it says Deadpool coming, not soon enough. So I thought that was funny. And then there's like this text that comes up on the screen.
Way too fast.
But good luck trying to read it because you can't.
It goes way too fast, trust me.
If you watch it on YouTube, it's actually, the text there is actually different from what's on the screen that we saw.
You can pause
I'm not
it
kidding.
and read it if you like.
Because they talk in the clip that I saw on YouTube, it talks about the old man in the sea. But in the movie, it talks about something else. About, I don't know what it's about. I couldn't even read it.
Let's talk about the Wolverine thing now.
Yeah. Laura is also known as X-23. There's something, I don't know if I can explain this, but I'm sorry if I'm being slow today. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just thinking. Anyway, there's this thing that the ex-nurse talks about. She was a nurse at this hospital in Mexico City that had this thing where it was a certain project with these kids who were born in a hospital and they never left. They were essentially used as test subjects. I know this for a fact because one of the doctors says, don't kiss them when they have a boo-boo, don't give them hugs or anything, treat them as it. They're savages, they are horrible, blah, blah, blah.
They are humans.
And they're more mutants.
But they're actually
not all of them were wiped out, as we find out.
But the thing is, even though they're mutants, they are still human.
But the thing is that, as she explains, all of this is illegal. At least in the United States. They are illegal. And everybody thinks they could just, they essentially get away with it. And she dies finding out the truth. As she passes the message on to Logan so that he can basically take her to this place called Eden, which he only found out was in an X-Men comic book ironic.
Fourth
isn't it?
wall. Fourth wall
But-
broken again.
There's a lot of fourth wall breaking in this, believe it or not.
Not
There's
bad, I like
the moments where Logan is talking about the X-Men comic books not being real is just kind of funny because aren't these movies adapted from comic books? So that I thought was funny. But getting back on track here, the test subjects were used essentially to study them. As a way of studying them, and they're trying to create an X-24, a mutant
Same
with no
version-
soul,
same
no
version as
nothing,
Logan.
no fear, none of that. Basically, a Terminator,
Just
if you
like
will.
Logan. It's similar
like
to
a modern day
different.
Terminator, and that's basically the main gist of it. It's more like
There are some parts that did not like. Some parts were sad though. It was gonna, damn. Like why?
let's talk about the flaws first, because those are still fresh in my mind.
Go ahead.
The writing. Oh my god. Okay, first of all, this guy who has a mechanical arm, I know he has a name, but I haven't heard it once in this whole movie.
Yeah, I didn't even heard his name at all.
No, he doesn't have a name, which irritates me because it's like you want your characters to be memorable, right? This isn't a man with no name, okay? You're not Clint Eastwood walking into a town and nobody knows who you are.
I think we should probably, no, I'm saying we should probably call this guy No Name.
And also this Caliban guy, we don't know much about him either.
But
to
he's
me,
not like
he kind of
sunlight.
looks like
He burns in the sun.
he kind of looks like those guys from Mad Max Fury Road.
That's what I was thinking.
You know the ones that like
Yeah, I know.
they drive the cars and
Yeah, I know.
everything. They hunt Max down and
They look just like that.
Ferroso,
But
whatever.
but they like the
spray
sun. They like
true-
the sun, but he doesn't. He burns in the sun.
Well, that's because in the Mad Max world, they're out in the sun all the time.
Yeah, I know.
But some of them live in the dark.
Yeah, I know.
Some of them live in caves and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe it's one of them. I don't know.
Probably.
But